Look at the face of King Abdullah of Jordan sitting in the Oval Office with Donald Trump as he grimaces, as Donald Trump talks about how he wants to just take over Gaza. Donald Trump no longer even says that he wants to buy it. He says, under the power and authority of the U.S., we're just going to take Gaza. And you have the King of Jordan there grimacing. Look at Donald Trump's face. Donald Trump is just painted orange as he's making these horrific statements about ethnic cleansing. I literally did a contrast to the color palette. You can see his face is orange. Here is Donald Trump saying we're not even going to have to buy Gaza. We're just going to just take it. We're going to take it. Here, play this clip.
I really think we're making some very good progress.
Mr. President, you said before that the U.S. would buy Gaza, and today you just said we're not going to buy Gaza.
We're not going to have to buy. We're going to have Gaza. We don't have to buy. There's nothing to buy. We will have Gaza.
What is that?
No reason to buy. There is nothing to buy. It's Gaza. It's a war-torn area. We're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it. We're going to get it going eventually, where a lot of jobs are going to be created for the people in the Middle East. It's going to be for the people in the Middle East, but I think it could be a diamond. It could be an absolute tremendous asset for the Middle East. And you're going to have peace. It's going to bring peace in the Middle East. Gaza.
So as our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, explains, while meeting with King of Jordan and the visibly uncomfortable Marco Rubio, Trump now changes his position from yesterday and says the U.S. is not going to buy Gaza. We're just going to take it. Quote, we're going to take it, we're going to hold it, and we're going to cherish it. The reporter then asks, under what authority? Listen to what Donald Trump says here. Let's play it.
States was something that we're going to talk about later to discuss all these options.
And Mr. President, take it under what authority? It is sovereign territory.
Under the U.S. authority.
Mr. President.
Then the reporter says, what if they don't want to leave? What's going to happen? Here, play this clip.
That rule those countries with big hearts, and this gentleman is at the top of the list.
And if they don't want to leave, how are you going to force them, Mr. President?
Oh, they're going to be great. They're going to be very happy.
Can you give us?
Let me just show you here what Jordan's King Abdullah II is saying right here. He's like, look, we can take back 2,000 Gazans kids, maybe who have cancer, who are seriously injured, but we have to focus on what's in the interest of Jordan and the region. And he's trying to speak diplomatically, but he's there with orange-faced Donald Trump in the Oval Office, who's talking about conquering Gaza, which would literally create a massive Middle East war of proportions we haven't seen in centuries. Take a look at what King Abdullah says, and look how visibly uncomfortable he is, how uncomfortable Rubio looks. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, many people in the region, especially Jordan, are worried about the annexation of the West Bank. Will you give His Majesty the King guarantee that you won't allow Israel to annex the West Bank? And how are you going to
I think that's going to work out very well. That's not really what we're talking about today. I think that's something that's going to work out automatically, and it's in good shape. And we discuss it. Other people have discussed it with us and with me. That's going to work out. West Bank is going to work out very well.
Mr. President, why should the king take in the Palestinian people? He's made clear he doesn't want to.
Well, I don't know, but he may have just something to say, because we discussed just briefly. I think maybe you want to say it now, or?
Well, Mr. President, I think we have to keep in mind that there is a plan from Egypt and the Arab countries. We're being invited by Mohammed bin Salman to discussions in Riyadh. I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody?
Right.
Obviously, we have to look at the best interests of the United States, of the people in the region, especially to my people of Jordan. And we're going to have some interesting discussions today. I think one of the things that we can do right away is take 2,000 children that are either cancer children or in a very ill state to Jordan as quickly as possible, and then wait for, I think, the Egyptians to present their plan on how we can work with the president to work on the Gaza challenges.
So
I want to tell you, excuse me, wait, just please. I didn't know that what you just said, 2,000 children with cancer or other problems, and that's really a beautiful gesture. That's really good, and we appreciate it. And we'll be working on the rest with Egypt. I think you're going to see some great progress. I think with Jordan, you're going to see some great progress. 3 of us, and we'll have some others helping, and we're going to have some others at a very high level helping, and the whole thing will come. It's not a complex thing to do. And with the United States being in control of that piece of land, a fairly large piece of land, you're going to have stability in the Middle East for the first time. And the Palestinians, or the people that live now in Gaza, will be living beautifully in another location. They're going to be living safely. They're not going to be killed, murdered, and having to leave every 10 years, because I've been watching this for so many years. It's nothing but trouble. Everyone's being killed. They're being robbed. It's like living in hell.
And by the way, this follows Marco Rubio meeting with Egypt's foreign minister. Couldn't even shake his hand correctly. Here, play this clip. You know, and here's the thing, you know, these MAGAs are serious about their conquest agenda. They're serious about their ethnic cleansing agenda. Look, Trump's asked directly about, isn't this ethnic cleansing? Listen to what he says. Here, play this clip.
Nobody wants to stay there. They're living in hell. It's a death trap.
Mr. President, how do you know that the Palestinians don't want to leave their land? Some people say this is ethnic cleansing. You won't be able to force them to leave their land.
We're moving them to a beautiful location where they have new homes, where they can live safely, where they'll have doctors and medical and all of those things. And I think it's going to be great. Yeah, any questions?
And by the way, while all of this was going on, Republican Congressmember Earl Carter from Georgia introduced legislation moments ago, quote, authorizing President Trump to acquire Greenland and rename it the Red, White, and Blue Land. This is a serious piece of legislation that's being introduced. I mean, it shouldn't be viewed as serious, but it is. This is what Republicans are doing, saying they want to conquer Greenland, give Trump the authority to do that, and rename it Red, White, and Blue Land. As Democratic Congressmember Jim McGovern explains, this is not what the people voted for. Play this clip.
They care about themselves. This is about tax breaks for billionaires, giveaways for their friends, and making sure the rich and powerful never have to sacrifice a damn thing. These people don't buy their own groceries or pump their own gas. These are Fox News Nepo babies that are fine with government waste as long as they're the ones doing it. And I'm just so tired of this, Mr. Speaker. They are stealing from the American people. They do not care.
Here's Democratic Congressmember McGovern one more time. Let's play this clip.
The gentlelady from Minnesota, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. She says the American people voted for this. No, the American people didn't vote for higher bank fees. They didn't vote to have banks rip them off.
As CNBC's chief economic reporter, Carl Quintanilla, explains, the word of the day right now is chaos. Across all of the headlines, we're seeing chaos, chaos, chaos. From Reuters, executives plot strategy to deal with cost and chaos of Trump tariffs. Trump tariffed the entire world with 15% tariffs on aluminum and steel. Ford CEO says Trump's tariffs are causing chaos in the auto industry. Ken Griffin, the private equity hedge fund billionaire who, by the way, voted for Donald Trump. He says that he voted for Trump. He goes, he had previously derided Trump as a 3-time loser, said he voted for Trump this past time. And he says America is open for business following elections. Well, he's now saying that Trump's tariff chaos is an impediment for growth and a major issue right now. The European Union in the U.S. official government account just responds with a sad face emoji. Also, you have European Union leaders posting things like this. The EU sees no justification for the imposition of tariffs on our exports. Economically counterproductive, a lose-lose scenario. We're assessing the scope of the measures and will be responding in a firm, proportionate way by countermeasures. Antonio Costa, from the European Union goes, I fully support the European Union Commission in ensuring a firm and proportionate response to the unjustified tariffs. The EU stands united in defending the interest of its businesses, workers, and citizens. We are a reliable and predictable partner. What's the United States doing? Authorizing Donald Trump to conquer Greenland and name it Red, White, and Blueland. Folks, we'll keep you posted every step of the way of all of these developments here on the MeidasTouch network. We are so close to 4 million subscribers, so please hit subscribe now. Help us get to 4 million, and thank you so much for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.